Time is 9. So very good morning, everyone, and welcome
Good
to
morning, sir.
very good morning, and welcome to this online artificial intelligence class, section 12. In this class, what is that we are going to do is just review of what exactly is a production system, and how can you understand production system by using a water jug problem. So yesterday, almost 60 to 70% we have solved this water jug problem. Today also we'll just continue this water jug problem and see at the end of the day, if you have time, we'll go to the different ways of solving the problem. So yesterday I said in AI we have different types of mechanisms or systems are there. We can call that mechanisms, some mechanisms are called as rule-based systems. Some of them are production systems, some of them are belief systems, and some of them are truth maintenance systems. And every system which was designed to implement this artificial intelligence will have to procure some knowledge. It can be in the terms of productions, or it can be in the terms of database, or it can be in the terms of dynamic parameters. So yesterday we are talking about this production system and water jug problem. We'll just continue. The agenda for this class is very simple, like what we have done in the last class for 2 or 3 minutes. Then we'll try to design this production system for this water jug problem. And what is that we have done in the last class is uh, we have taken a problem called as water jug problem. In this water jug problem, what is that we have discussed is two jugs are there, two cans are there of capability 4 gallons and 3 gallons. And how do you get 2 gallons of water in this 2-gallon jug is what is the target. So yesterday I said we have I will just show the diagram itself and explain, but before going to that, what are the components of production system? It has to be understood by the time we reach this class. Can somebody unmute yourself and answer this? What are the components of production system? Can somebody can guess? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, how do you solve this water jug problem? Okay, what is that I do is I'll just get into this and get back to this part then. See, when you need to design a production system, the first thing you need to do is you need to identify the starting state. Yesterday I had done this. Then we need to identify the goal state. Then we need to identify the state space. Yesterday I told about the state space, like when you are implementing a water jug problem, the state space will be the values of x and y. X represents 4-gallon jug and y represents 3-gallon jug. While you are implementing some game called as chess, the state space will be 8 by 8 matrix. In the same case, like tic-tac-toe game, it will be 3 by 3 matrix. State space is what your algorithm will rotate. So you need to identify starting state, then you need to identify a goal state, then you need to go for this state space representation, and then you need to analyze. So this part was also done. We started with 0 0 and then we got 0 3, so on and so forth. We have done the analysis also. Then you need to write productions. So productions also you have written almost 70% of the productions we have written yesterday. And then you need to have something called as control strategy, that can be an algorithm or classifier. So the components of production system are, in general, production systems will have a starting state, they will have a goal state, they represent the problem in the terms of the state space. And first we have to go for analysis, then write the production. These productions are called as rules. The same rules can be called as knowledge. Once you get the knowledge, you will apply this control strategy to move from one state to other state. So this could be understood by the end of the class. So yesterday we are here. I am coming with the same PowerPoint. So yesterday I said two jugs are there or two cans are there. So the maximum capacity of this jug is 4 gallons and the maximum capacity of this jug is 3 gallons. And we have a pump to fill this two jugs. What the constraint is, like either of these two jugs, both of them does not have any marks like 1 gallon or 2 gallon or 3 gallon. There are no marks in these jugs. So the target is how do you get this 2 gallons in this 4 gallon jug? So this is what the target. And then we have addressed the problem yesterday like this, like when you try to represent the problem in the terms of production system, the first thing you need to do is you need to identify the starting state and you need to identify the goal state. Then you need to represent the problem in the terms of states representation, state space representation or state representation. So you take some values x. If I say x represents 4 gallon jug, so x can have values of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I say y takes or if I represent 3 gallon jug, y can have the values of 0, 1, 2, 3. And you have it, the constraint is neither of both of the jugs does not have any marks, so that I cannot measure it is 1 gallon or 2 gallon what was there inside the jugs. And we have a tap to fill this water, so you can fill any much or any amount of water into the jug, or you can pour the water from the jug. So this is what yesterday we have discussed. So before getting into the next slide, what will be there in the next slide is just we have done the analysis. How do you get this? Okay. So we have done the analysis part, like how do you reach the goal. So yesterday we what is that I have done is I can fill this 3 gallon jug and I can pour the water from 3 gallon jug to 4 gallon jug. This is possible. Nothing was there because we have poured some water from 3 gallon jug to 4 gallon jug. And then I have, what can I do is I can go for again filling this 3 gallon jug. Then pour some water from 3 gallon jug to 4 gallon jug until unless this 4 gallon jug is filled. So this is 4 and this is 2. I can empty this 4 gallon jug. Again, I can fill the entire water from 3 gallon jug to 4 gallon jug. This is what we have seen yesterday. And the interesting fact that you need to understand, if you read the textbook yesterday also, you could find you are moving from one state to other state. You are moving from one state to other state. Slowly, what is that you are doing is you are moving from starting state to final state. You say the final state is your goal state. If you wish to move from one state to other state, I need to have at least an algorithm or a classifier. But what type of rules can be applied for this first state is very important. That's what we have written as productions. So we are moving from this state to this state, then again from 03 to 30, from 30 to 33, so on. What is that you need to understand is every production system will have the analysis part. This is what the analysis, one of the solution that you can reach the 20. You have many other solutions. I have taken the solution. Once you analyze, you need to represent some productions. See, this is a state. So for this state, what type of rules can be applied? In the same way, you have a second state, 03. What type of rules can be applied to this state? And if that rule was applied to that state, can I reach the final state or not? And the third state is 30. what type of rules can be applied for this state. And apart from that, you should also think, when you move from 03 to 30, can I reach the goal state or not? So from 30 to 33, you are getting a state. So at 30, you have to think what type of rules can I apply. And then once you get this 33, if you get 33, is it possible? Is there any possibility to get the goal state or not? See, from 30, I can again get 00. Is it right? Can someone unmute yourself and tell? From 30, can I get 00 as the next state?
Sir.
Yes, it is possible. It is possible, but this 00 will not result any goal state. That is the reason we are not going to that part. In your artificial intelligence, there is every chance that you can move from one state to other state. See, 30 is here, so 00 is here. So if you apply this rule, you get 00 means you are going back to the starting state. So from 33 you are getting 42 means there is every chance that 42 also, from 42 also you can get 33 in most of the cases of artificial intelligence. So my introducing or analyzing this problem thoroughly is, you need not only is like, if somebody asks me what is a production system, I can say production system will have set of rules, set of algorithms which can move from one state to other state. You need to identify a starting state, I need to identify a goal state, I need to go for analysis. This is what we have to do theoretically. But we are doing this much analysis. The reason is you need to understand the basic or inherent way of AI in solving the problems. Every time there is every chance that you backtrack to the last position if you are not getting the value. So that is the reason AI problems, you need to put something on the paper and analyze, then you get a different structure. That's what, when I am taking a tic-tac-toe class, some girl has asked me, because 3x are there, x can win. But when I talk about the tic-tac-toe game at that time, what is my intention is to introduce the cutoff values and to introduce a predictor. So the entire tic-tac-toe implementation in the terms of second and third will come at a later stage, most probably after Thursday, because we have this Capgemini visiting our campus on 26th. And all your seniors, most of them, almost 120 to 200, they are coming to the campus now on 26th. So most probably we will be busy on that. That is the reason there may be small disconnection in the terms of classes for this, because almost after 10 o'clock we are very busy with that Capgemini classes. So there may be disconnection, like on tomorrow we have a holiday, so most probably Monday I have no class. Even Tuesday also there is a chance that I can cancel the classes. The reason is Wednesday is the most important day for us, because Capgemini is visiting our campus, and the Capgemini has changed the way in which it is recruiting people, because now there is a new strategy of Capgemini. Like initial round they have to write the pseudocode, then they have to play some games, logical games, then they are bothered about this verbal. So there is a change. So obviously it's very difficult for the students to adapt to that change. We are just enabling them to adapt to that change. So that is the reason I'm going very closely, so that you understand the problem is very important. Because you go for hackathon or any hacker.co.in or hacker.com, you could find the problems where the problems will be like this. There is a milk boy who is visiting this many number of cities. In this city, he will be supplying this much of milk, and in that city he is supplying this much of milk for 20 families. He will give a big story, and he will ask you to apply this sorting algorithms and traveling salesman problem there actually. So you need to understand the problem, and you need to have your own way of solving the problem, not the traditional way that we are discussing in the class. So yesterday, after completing this, we have written some productions like this. So I said, what type of rules can be applied for the systems? So you can have many rules, like how can you fill this 4-gallon jug? So yesterday I have written, if X represents my a 4-gallon jug and y represent my 3-gallon jug, the production can be something like, when you fill this, you can get 4,0. So you can have a condition like if x is less than 4. So you need to write some rules in such a way that based on these rules, your algorithm will move from one state to other state. If x value is less than 4, you can fill this x with the water from your tap. The same way, if I have written something yesterday like x2y is there, you can fill this 3-gallon jug. So you will result. See, is the first production is right? Did I write the first production right? Is this production is right?
No, sir.
No,
No,
because
sir.
I have to get here as y.
Why?
Yes. So I can fill the 4-gallon jug. I can fill this 3-gallon jug, and I have written. I have other rules also. Pour some water from 4-gallon jug. Some I don't know how much water it is. So what is that I do is x and y. Again, I'm taking the same variables, and I can get. So if the amount of water is something d, I can say it is y. And if you wish to have a condition also, if when can you pour some water is if this is greater than 0, you can write this. But you need to understand, if you analyze the this particular rule, or if you see the textbook, you could understand this rule cannot be applied for any a particular state, because this rule, if you apply also, you will not get any goal, not only 20 or 02, whatever it may be, because the amount of water, it's very difficult to understand at this moment, because the amount of water is not known. This rule cannot be applied. So pour some water from a 3-gallon jug. You can write a rule like this. My interest is, when the problem was analyzed, how do you create the knowledge? How do you create the rules? This rule in Prolog, what is that we do is, see, if this is an implication, if xy, then this will happen if that condition is there. So whatever productions we write here, this can be given as an input in Prolog directly, just changing these two statements. This statement is not there in Prolog, so in Prolog you will have a different statement. You can pour some water from 3-gallon jug. Yesterday we have written this, so since it is, you can write like this, provided y is greater than 0. You can write like this. This is what we have seen. So you can empty this 4-gallon jug. This production is used already in your when I'm just finding the solution for the earlier problem. So you can empty, you will be getting 0 comma y, provided x value is more than 0. All these are simple equations. You can empty this 3-gallon jug also, and you will get this x as well as 0. You can empty this when y value is 0. This is what simple things that you can understand. So yesterday we are in this slide actually. So pour some water from 3-gallon jug to 4-gallon jug until this 4-gallon jug is full. It's very important. These two are very important. After that, all the other things are very simple. So if you go to the earlier slide that I have discussed here. So this is what the two states I am referring to. From 3,3, how do you get this 4,2? What rule will make you to get this 4,2? Once the current state is 3,3 is what you are solving here. So yesterday most of the people answered this question correctly. 3,3. When from this state you are getting a state called as 4,2. So initially I said something was there like x comma y was there, and the condition that I kept is you need to fill this 4-gallon jug completely. So I have to write 4 here and I have to write something here. And you are pouring something from y, so I can write y minus.
Y minus.
Then
4 minus x.
4 minus x.
Minus x. It's the most important production that you could see in all these productions that I have written till now. So you can pour some water when y value is greater than 0, and because I said 0, okay, and because I said it has to fill completely, and I can write something like x plus y less than or equal to something called as 4, because I'm filling this jug completely. So how do you get this y minus 4 minus 2 is x is important, and we have discussed it yesterday. So I also asked yesterday, like, can you get from 4 to can you get this 3 3? Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. From 4 to also there is every chance that you can get this 3 3. The reason is you can write productions in such a way that pour the entire water from 4-gallon jug to 3-gallon jug until unless the 3-gallon jug is filled. This is also possible. From 4 to also there is a chance that you can get this 3 3. That is the reason when you are moving from one state to other state, you need to see whether this move from one state to other state is significant or not. Significant means when you move from one state to other state, you need to just tell yourself whether you are reaching the goal or not. So once you go from 3 3 to 4 2 and you go again 40 to 3 3, there is no need because at this moment there is no need. But since the productions that you are writing are general, you have to also accommodate this type of productions. So if you write a rule for this, just think about what can be the rule here, like x to y, y is there. So I said I have to fill something called as y, so I have to get 3 here. And what should be the value that has to come here? Because you are pouring something from 4-gallon, so obviously x minus will be there. And then
3 minus y.
3 minus y.
3 minus y. So 3 minus y, just I will write this and check whether that is right or wrong. 3 minus y is right. So what is x value initially? Actually, initially x value is 4. 4 minus 3 minus y value is 2. So it is right. So obviously this is right. So this is the most important production. If you ask me to write the conditions, I can write when you are pouring something from x, x value should be greater than 0. And you can write this also like x plus y should be greater than or less than or equal to 3. Something you write. But it is better to use greater than, because there is some water which can be there in this when you are pouring also there is a chance that 4 have some excess water. But among all the productions that you write 12 productions actually in this entire structure, in this all these productions, these 2 are very important. When you are correcting the papers also, you are only concerned about these 2 productions. When these 2 productions are complete, obviously you will get more marks. And you need to understand, without this question there is no AA paper. I have been teaching AA since 2001. Like I taught this AA subject for your Swati madam when she was in engineering in 2002. So obviously whenever I go for a chief evaluation or whatever it may be, so this question will be there. This question will be asked, how do you solve water jug problem, or they will ask you what is the production system, then you have to explain this. So this question is very important in the terms of how do you understand the subject and how do you implement in the terms of implementation. But even for the external exam also, it is very important. So all the next productions are very easy. Like somebody can answer this query, like pour all the water from 3-gallon jug into 4-gallon jug How can I write this? Pour the entire water from 3-gallon jug to 4-gallon jug. How it can be possible? How can I write here? Pour all the water from 3-gallon jug to 4-gallon jug. So when you pour everything from 3-gallon jug to 4-gallon jug, what is the output of 3-gallon jug?
0.
What you said
0.
is right. Okay, this is right. Then what will be here? Is it right?
X plus
X plus y.
Okay. So if you want to write the condition, I can write x plus y. It can be greater than or equal to 3. Because similarly, if you wish to pour all water from 4-gallon jug into 3-gallon jug, also you can write like I have something called as x comma y. And you can write the condition like this. What is the output? 0 comma
0 comma x plus y.
you can write like this. And if you wish to write the condition also, you can write whatever condition it is, be greater than or equal to 4, whatever it is. All these are nominal, but the earlier slide I discussed is very important now. Now whatever I have discussed, I kept in a proper format so that you can understand now. See this slide now. This is what we have written till now. When you are attempting the final exam, you need to write like this. You need to write the production in the left hand side. Can somebody tell me why you are concerned about productions? How do you, in the terms of how do you why you are concerned about representing the knowledge in the terms of productions? Can somebody unmute and tell? Or I will ask a question like this. Can these productions can be read by any language?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is that language?
Yes.
What is the language that can recognize these productions?
Prologue.
Yes, that is the only reason we are writing this entire knowledge in the terms of productions. So if you replace this arrow with this symbol, so this is how you represent a production in Prolog. So obviously, once you write the productions, obviously you're writing the knowledge. Once you write the productions, you're obviously creating a rule. So that is the reason we are just representing the entire knowledge in the terms of this rules and productions. Rules are very important because you have a control strategy which can move from one state to other state, but the governing things are the rules. I have a state. What type of rule can be applied? The first thing. The second thing is, if I apply that rule, can you reach the goal? The second thing is very important. These two are very important. You have written almost 12 different type of productions now. In this 12 productions, what type of productions can be applied for the starting state? What can be applied for the second state? What can be applied for the third state? You have to find out. And you need to also find out if 3 rules can be applied for a state, which rule can be applied so that I can get the goal state. You need to find out. So you found that 2 rules can be applied for the state to get this goal. Then you need to find out which rule will make you to get the output faster. So 3 things I said. When you are moving from one state to other state like this, when you are moving from one state to other state, you need to find out what rule can be applied, what production can be applied, so that the next state can fetch me the final state. Assume that in this state you can apply 3 rules. In these 3 rules, 2 rules can fetch you the goal state. Then you need to find out in these 2 rules, which rule, if it is applied, can get the goal faster. So all these are very important. All this can be understood when you read the textbook. Textbook reading is a very important mechanism now. The reason is all the companies, people that they want good vocabulary. That is the reason in Capgemini and any other health care sector, particularly companies visiting our campus, they're only bothered about this verbal. So if you read the textbook like Rich and Knight in Artificial Intelligence, you get a different ambience, and it's a different perspective of English. So I'm coming back to these slides. So this is what the amount of knowledge we have created to solve this problem. All this we call it as knowledge. And the right part is a description of that knowledge. Once you have this knowledge, then the other things are very easy. You need to write the productions like this. So last two productions I have not written because all these last two are self-explanatory. I have written till this part. So I said 7th and 8th are the most important productions, because every time when not only solving with respect to 0 to, we can have different type of jugs, like we can talk about 6 and 4, 10 and 5, 10 and 8, 12 and 3, different types of jugs will be given. But every time when water jug problem was given, the intention is they're indirectly asking about how does your production system will work. So again, I'm telling the same thing, like when some people ask you about production system, the first thing they are expecting is you need to identify a starting state and a goal state. Then you represent the state space. This is a state space, X and Y are the state space. What parameters on which your algorithm will depend? Once you identify the state space, then you need to go for representing the rules after analysis. Then you can apply any control strategy to get the output. So now I am getting back to this slide where you have what type of rules was applied will come here. So this is what it is. So from 0, 0 state to 0, 3, I have applied this rule called as 2. These productions I have written here. We have also seen. So fill this 3-gallon jug is the second rule. From 03 to 30, I have applied a rule called as 9. This is what the rule that is applied. From 03 to 30, I have applied a rule called as 2. Two is filling again the same rule. From 30 to 33, I have applied a rule called as 7. 7 is this. So I said 7 and 8 are very important. That is the vital aspect. Getting 33, you are getting the output. Then 42 to 02 is very simple. You can go for 5 because 5 is many times 5 will be used. Then you can straight away, once you reach the 33, in many cases, when you have a jug with respect to 12 and 9, then you get 9, 9, obviously the problem is solved. So you can get the final state. So I have asked the first question, like what are the components of production system? The answer will come in the next slide now. This is what the production system is. So your production system has to represent the problem in the terms of state space. Before representing this problem in the terms of state space, it has to identify the starting state and goal state. So what are the components of production system means? You can write state space representation, analysis part, writing the productions, control strategy. But this is what it is. You identify the starting state, you identify the goal state, represent the problem in the terms of state space such with respect to X, Y. You have done the analysis part. You start with 0, 0, then you got 0, 3, then you got 3, 0. This is what your analysis was. Your analysis was meant for knowing what type of productions has to be developed. So the analysis is what, see, just find a solution for your problem. This is what we have done here. Just finding a one solution for water jug problem. Once you found the one solution, what is that you have done is you have written the productions generally. It is not specific for 02 or 04. You have written the productions generally. This is very important. Analysis will be done with respect to a specific solution, but from the analysis you write the productions. We can call it as a knowledge, or you can call it as a productions, or you can call it as rules. But how do you get this is from this. So these productions will contain the action part. If this condition is satisfied, what is the action? So what are the prerequisite is? You have written some condition here, that is a prerequisite. So once the productions are ready, you need to find a control strategy. So you need to move from one state to other state. What type of algorithm you want to use, whether it is a BFS or a DFS or register algorithm or ABOSTER algorithm, whatever algorithm you use, there is a movement from one state to other state. And that movement from one state to other state is governed by your knowledge that you have developed. So that is how your control strategy will use this knowledge from one state to other state. So the answer for this, the first query that I have asked is, what are the components of production system? You can say state space representation, analysis part, representing or creating productions or knowledge or rules, and there is a control strategy. What is very important is, last two part is very important. Production system, people will talk about the productions or knowledge or rules, then there must be a control strategy. So 4 components are there for your production system. You have to represent the problem in the terms of state space. State space is where in which your algorithm will operate. And you need to go for analysis to find solutions. This analysis part will be done to find out what type of operators that you have to develop. These all the operators that you have developed or productions that you have developed. And then the knowledge was created. How much knowledge was created here is 12 different type of rules are there. This is the amount of knowledge that you have created. Then you apply this knowledge to move from one state to other state by using some algorithm. It can be either DFS or BFS or A star. Branch and bound is a different type of algorithm. Heap climbing was there, hill climbing was there, plateau was there. Many different type of algorithms will come, and you can apply any of the strategy based upon your application. And this is what the class is. So somebody can unmute yourself now, can answer me. Again, the same question I'm asking, like, can I say that whatever production system you have developed is a rule-based system?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the reason is all the productions are manufactured or made in such a way that if this condition is satisfied, you can get this next position. But again, what is missing is the heuristic is missing. Can somebody unmute yourself and answer this question, like, what is the guarantee that you move from 03 to 30, you will be getting a goal called as 20? Or what is the guarantee that if you have a state called 30, if you are going to 33, what is the chance that you get this goal state? What is the heuristic that you can apply? It's very important because heuristic was not introduced in the class, but you need to understand, since the solution was 20, it's obvious that you are getting the goal. But when your system tries to implement this particular problem, it needs to think whether a rule can be applied or not. Once the rule is applied, it has to think whether that rule will fetch you the goal state or not. Once it thinks like whether this rule will be used to get the output faster or not. This is what the third thing. So I need some people to think in that area where what type of heuristic can be developed to tell whether if the rule is applied, can you fetch this goal state or not. That we call it as a heuristic. That's what the emphasis of the next class is. Next class, we talk about how do you, what type of variety of the problems are there in artificial intelligence, what are the characteristics of a problem. Then the same class, most probably, we will discuss about the heuristic also. When we discuss the heuristic, I will come back again to the tic-tac-toe game, the second and third implementation. Then we augment this heuristic with the second and third implementation. Then we complete that tic-tac-toe game also. But my interest or my intention is, since you have a break of 2 classes now, it is better you implement a game called as tic-tac-toe game, or at least this water jug problem, because water jug problem is very easy once your productions are written. So you can take any language called Python or R language or any of, like most of the if you wish to use the stored procedures, you can go for this MATLAB and try to implement this. My suggestion is go for Python because it's very easy, because Python, most of the people are more concerned about Python now. So the interest of the any class that you're learning in the particular 3.1 is you get the concept understood, then you need to implement few of the concepts. That will be the difference between some girls who are sitting in the class and other girls. What is it? That programming part will have a more emphasis, because once you have a good programming knowledge, your confidence will be different, and obviously you can do better in companies which are particularly inclined towards this programming part. They are paying more salaries, which is a package more than 10 lakhs per annum initially. Thank you very much. If you have any doubts, please unmute yourself and you can interact, or you can leave the class and join in the other class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for giving this dilemma.
Thank you very much, Amma. But still I
Bye,
could
sir.
bye. But I could find so many absentees are there in the class. Initially when we are taking class, people used to come in the terms of 160 or 170. There is some reason we are not getting people into the class, and it's very difficult to monitor from this side how many people are coming and how many people are not coming. If people are not coming to the class, I feel that we have not created the interest to come. That's what I feel. But I need more people to come, and I need to more people to work in this area, because this is what the most promising area as per the Gartner says. Gartner says for the next 15 years this AI boom will be there. So obviously learning a subject like AI in the terms of implementation is more important. And
Yes, sir.
okay, ma, thank you very much. If you have any doubts, please unmute yourself.